start checking them off.
Yeah, you'd think, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll start this afternoon.
It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're
You
sounding
too.
better too.
Oh, we had a show last
Yeah.
week, and I was like, "Hi, everybody, nice to see you." I felt great. I just sounded like I was on death's door.
But you showed up.
I
Anyway, David Engel's here with Joan Rivers, fashion icon.
Oh, was she
for
ever.
sure. And bringing us one of my favorite shirts that we got to present actually last week. This is a button-style plaid shirt. It has a swing to it, so you get all the menswear inspiration with all of the feminine detailing in here.
Exactly
And of
right.
course, we are mad for plaid right now. Under $40, so a great savings today of $24. This one is the rust.
Is that gorgeous?
Sizes 2 through 16.
Oh, I love it. And think of almost like an oxblood or like a dark, dark, dark red. Such a beautiful color we called rust.
Clearance price, so no reorder on this one. The next one here is the navy.
All colors are going to play back to white and black. So if you've got that favorite black trouser, your favorite little black skinny skirt, all 4 of the colors are going to look sensational.
Teal green.
We don't do any teal. Teal is like very seldom in the palette.
With
so I love
teal buttons.
Oh, all the buttons are going to match because you know I'm a nut for detail.
Yes,
so
we
I always
love
get,
that.
I always get
We
so
love
caught
that.
up in the detail. That's a beautiful shot of the weave of that fabric.
Listen, 3-time Emmy Award-winning designer. I hope you're paying attention to the
Gotta
buttons.
have the details, if nothing else. And then this is that dusty orchid.
Dusty
which is
orchid.
So gorgeous. Keep in mind, we create our own fabrics.
Okay.
Anytime you look at a Joan, whether it's a shirt or one of our hostess skirts or anything we do in the collection, I sit with our fabric mill and we create these plaids. We create the prints and we create the wonderful pontes for our pants. And that, I think, really sets us apart. The styling on this shirt is kind of, it's always that borrowed from the boys, menswear inspired. But in this case, I set a waist in and I gave you almost like I don't want to say a peplum, but a nice, really nice swingy flare at the bottom. So nice and flat down the front with 7 buttons that are really kind of beautifully spaced, and then princess seaming to fill out the bust area. So you're never, ever going to get, that when the buttons start to pooch in the front. That drives me nuts.
Well, and that's a real concern, quite frankly.
You're just not going to wear it.
No, you're not going to wear it. Or you always have to figure out what you're going to wear under it.
Or you play with the tape and the pin, and everybody knows you've taped and pinned it. That kind of thing.
I literally have tape in my locker for this reason.
And it never really works.
366-249. It works until it doesn't, and then it's really embarrassing, right?
Right.
Yeah, so here's the Dusty Orchid. Very popular. I'm not surprised.
Gorgeous
we got
color.
to show this last week, actually last Sunday. This was one of the most popular shirts in our show.
Is that right?
And the
that's
Dusty
awesome.
Orchid in particular was.
Well,
yeah,
we don't do a lot of pastel plaids. That's probably one of the reasons. Now, Lydia's layered it with a little white sleeveless turtleneck underneath,
cute.
which I think is awesome. She could leave that fully unbuttoned and wear it like a little soft shirt jacket.
But she doesn't have to layer
it,
right?
No, doesn't have to layer it at all. But I love the idea of when we get into February and gloom and it's snowy and a little white around the face with a little turtleneck. That's an old trick. It brightens up the complexion. Whatever you have on all of a sudden becomes a little happier, which I think is kind of perfect. And she's paired it with our grosgrain pant in that charcoal gray. So the whole outfit is kind of very pulled together in the gray shade.
It's less than $40, so the savings is $24 today. No reorder, just based on the popularity of this top and this color. If you want this Dusty Orchid, please get to QVC.com and get your order in. We'll take you through all of the color options again. Know that the length on this, as you can see on Lydia, it's beautiful.
Fabulous coverage.
28 5/8 of an inch to 32 3/4, depending on which size you pick up. But enough coverage around that hip area, especially with the sweep.
And floaty. That sweep gives you no pull across the hip.
Floaty, I like that
Well,
word.
it should always float over the hip. You never want to pull over the hip.
Yeah.
And keep in mind we're numeric sizing, so you are going to get a fit that is perfection. This is not a small, medium, or large choice. You're going to go 2 through 28, which I think is extraordinary because you'll really get that custom feel. Now you're turning, thank you for showing that.
Oh, you're
Check
welcome.
out the inside
This is
of the
my
fabric.
favorite way to wear this top.
Oh, just roll the sleeves up. I
Yeah.
love that. But keep in mind when you do roll it back, because it's a woven plaid, there's no right or wrong side. It's a flannel, so it's got that really soft cotton hand, but it's not like sometimes you'll see plaids and they're a little white on the back and you're like, ick. And also keep in mind, I did something we don't do very often. In the placket of the sleeve, I gave you a button halfway up the placket.
that's neat.
So if you wanted to cuff this back just once and do like a little French cuff look, that extra button is going to keep it nice and sort of snug around the wrist area.
This is just setting us up for style success.
Detail,
is really what
detail,
you've
detail.
done.
Well, it really is.
So this one is the teal green.
So gorgeous. Teal green, black, white, amazing.
Okay. Dusty Orchid continues to just be a
you know what?
leader
I'm going
here.
to do more pastel plaids next year. I think it's a pretty way to wear pastel in the fall and into the winter.
I agree
we
with you.
retire our pastels in the summer for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Such beautiful colors. Here's navy.
And that's a really true kind of, police uniform navy. It's got
Yes.
that bright, bright, pretty blue.
This also very popular right
Well,
now.
for denims, you're going to see Jocelyn's wearing it with a little indigo denim. Oh, it's with a Kim Gravel.
With a big deal,
Fabulous, with a big deal.
And then we have it in rust.
And boy, I shouldn't have said rust. I should have said like burgundy rust, because it's such a different color. So pretty. Pretty with your chenille sweater, actually.
Ooh,
Hang on.
let's
Isn't
see.
that a wear-with?
Okay, now.
I'm there.
Yeah,
You
I
could
see
layer this
that.
with the sweater, right?
I don't see why not.
Anytime for Chanel.
That'd be really nice. I love that. Alrighty, so 35% savings on that one. Don't miss out on it because it is a no reorder situation.
We're
so are you
retiring.
back today?
I am done. I'm going to head home and start my Christmas
Get out of
shopping.
here. You've got a
Bye.
lot to do
I
today.
do. I do. Take care.
Alrighty, it's time to take a look at our QVC2 Big D.